Hello, what's up you guys? Jeffrey Benz right here. I'm super excited to bring today's brand new video. I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Firepeep Studios. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you top 5 proprietary firms that made my 2021 and also making it to the list for 2022. So the reason why I'm sharing these proprietary firms, I'm sure you guys are definitely having resolutions you've written out, and getting all of this resolution is probably tied to your trading account. That's where you intend on getting your money from to fund your dreams, all right? So that's why I'm bringing out these top 5 proprietary firms. Now, proprietary firms are companies that give you money to trade, then you get share profit at the end of the day. When I mean money, I mean tangible sum of money, like $100,000, $200,000, up onto $1 million and even more. So these proprietary firms, some of them, we knew that 2021 was really a tough year for most of them, some even closing out along the line and not able to continue. So these top 5 ones are the ones that were really outstanding, and I just want to share them with you so you guys can take them a lot more seriously in 2022. And as we progress in this video, I'm also going to be showing you how I'm going to be distributing my equity around all of these proprietary firms. Of course, I'm not just going to be sticking to one. As you all know, I'm going to be having portfolios with 3 major different ones, and I'm going to be letting you guys know at the end of this video. So make sure you watch the end of this video. So subscribe, like, turn on post notification if you're not yet, and smash the like button. Now, see you guys in the review. So number 5 on the list on this proprietary firm is E8 Funding. This fund started mid 2021. I never knew this guy's model was mind-blowing, and it came from the blue and it blew everyone's mind. Now here's what it's all about. They say you take the trades and we take the risk. So the reason why it's making it to my top 5 is nothing further than this appears to be the only proprietary firm that allow you to take your challenge the first day, your evaluation the same day, and you can be a funded trader, all of them in under 24 hours. Because their system is efficient, their equity balance, everything, the curve, everything appears super fast. So we are switching from phase 1 to phase 2, from phase 2 to the funded account. They are all automated. No human that is required to click a button for you to switch through this process. So that's why the funding process and the minimum calendar days is just 1. You can get funded the same day. Trust me, this is mind-blowing as regarding speed. With other proprietary firm, I've got a lot of complaints from people always telling me they have been trying to move from phase 1 to phase 2 with other proprietary firm. It seems very difficult, because not that they're not going to give it to them, but they delay because they need human beings to process this account, open a new demo account and give it to them, and etc. But these guys, they broke that rule. So that's the major thing. And second thing is their risk to reward makes a lot of sense. So the profit target, they ask you to make 8%, and their loss target is 8% too, while their max daily loss is 5%. So all of them happen to have all of the same rule. So that's what makes this one very outstanding. Although their pricing, I believe they can still improve in it, because it's it's still very competitive. It's fair, but I just want them to still improve in their pricing. I mean, they can still do that. Number 4th on the list is bluefx.co.uk. BlueFX, for me, they are outstanding because they still stick to their model despite how very profitable the other model, which is the evaluation model, has been for most proprietary firms. Now, we have 2 types of model in the proprietary firm phase. Now, we have the evaluation model, which requires you to face challenges and all of that and become funded. And we have the instant funding. Instant funding, they believe that they are going to just give you, they don't need to test you, they give you the life account from day 1, which is what BlueFX stands for. So BlueFX is a proprietary firm that give you money directly without having to test you. Now here's your website. Everything looks seamless, and I also love their process, their approach to things. All right. So they've got 2 packages, which is majorly they have the light package, and pro package. So light package happens to be the cheapest, which has to give you 25,000 life account directly, and pro package gives you $50,000 life account. This does not have to do with demoing or anything. They are true life account, because whenever you start making money, you start getting paid right from day 1. Now let's check the amount. The amount they offer for this one is a monthly payment, £99 and £249 for the pro package. So and I just still love all their parameters and everything. It's still fine. You can scale up onto $1 million if you can keep on making the required amount you're asked to make. And I have the link in the description box if you want to read more about them and also sign up with them as well. So the only problem I sort of have with BlueFX is the leverage. The leverage is very tight, and which is what most people are always complaining about. So they have a leverage of 1 to 3. What that simply means, for $50,000 account, you can only have a buying power of $150,000 account. But if you're a professional trader and you're a very slow and steady trader, I think this should not be an issue. It's only when you want to make it very fast, that's when this would be a tiny bit of an issue. All right. So, and that's it. The number 4 on the list is DT4X Trader. This is a proprietary firm that I never thought would even make it to my list at all. But checking out their model and what they have got to offer and the profit splits and every other thing that they've got in place, it was just mind-blowing. In fact, I could have actually just put this in number 2. But then again, we also have other industry leading. So that's why I'm putting it at number 3. So DC4X Trader is pretty new. It's not so common as other ones, all right? So, but one thing that really looks outstanding is they also have the same model as that of BlueFX. They give you live account from day one. That's why it's making it to my top 3, all right? And they also have accounts with different brokers that you can select from. So they are not allowing you to be stuck to one option, which is what most other company leading, proprietary leading firms are doing. They're not stuck with one option, so you can select from different brokers like IC Market, RoboFX, FXTrade, and all these options that you have here, FSCM, Ogos Way, and a lot more other ones that you can select from. But there's a trouble there. One trouble we know most proprietary firms, they actually make a lot more money when they have their own personal brokerage firm because they are getting the commissions and everything all up to themselves. So this shows that since they are still at this phase, a time will come that they want to transition to having a personal brokerage. And we all know that transitioning phase comes a lot of delay and some issues. So that's also my little bit of fear with this proprietary firm since they are pretty new. But let's go ahead and check out their funding model. Now they have an account of 10,000, they have an account of 25,000, they also have an account of 50,000 US dollars. And the leverage which outperforms every other one that I've mentioned is 1 to 10. I mean, this is a real account, not a evaluation process. It's a real account, instant funding. So they have 1 to 10 on a 10K or up to $50,000 account. And their pricing is pretty decent. For a $50,000 account, they have $645 for you to purchase this 50,000 US dollars. And whenever you make profit, you are to keep 60% of the profit while they keep 40%. Trust me, that's a deal breaker. And also, they have max loss of 5%, which makes sense. And you can start making profit of 5%. So that's when you make withdrawal. So when you make 5% profit, that's when you are able to make withdrawal. This whole thing makes a lot of sense to me. But when I went to Trustpilot to check their review, it was fantastic, not until we get to the month of December. I'm sure they are just pretty starting now. They are running short of staffs. They don't really have enough staff in order for them to process withdrawals to people. You know, it's December, it's a spending month. A lot of people want to make withdrawal so they can take care of their family and buy things that they truly want and treat themselves to a nice vacation. So they were unable to process a lot of withdrawal. So that's why you see on Trustpilot, December, they were having a little bit of bad reviews. So I'm sure they are coming back up. I tried to message them on Instagram. They've not responded to me just yet. So I'm waiting and hoping that they respond. And I want to know how they intend to sustain their model. And I'll also get back to you on more info that I'm getting from them. So number 2 on the list is my Forex fund. Of course, as you guys are already thought in your mind, I definitely cannot make this list to start adding my Forex fund because they really took us, the trading industry, by surprise 2021. And from 2020 to 2021, I mean, they are taking over the markets and they're just everywhere. One thing I've noticed about my Forex fund, they're a little bit of everything. They're a little bit of instant funding, they're a little bit of evaluation process, and they're a little bit of rapid style. So they're just everywhere and they're trying to outperform. Their pricing is very cheap, it's cheaper, it's the cheapest in the industry. They're just everywhere. That's one thing I love about them. But there's a downside to my Forex fund, which I don't really like, is their support system, their customer service. It's super slow. For example, like when you're trying to move from phase 1 to phase 2, some people even complain that it takes 3 days for them to move from just one phase after they've completed phase 1. For them to get the new account for phase 2, it takes a long time. And some other people also complain about slow withdrawal. But there's no any other person that I've ever complained that they didn't get their withdrawal anyway. So that's why it's making my number 2 on the list. And they are pretty cheap. Now let's go ahead and see what they've got to offer. Now they've got different programs like Rapid, Evaluation, and Accelerated. Evaluation is what I've already been explaining, where they give you the demo account, they test you for phase 1, phase 2, and you become funded. Then you keep a certain percentage that you are promised on your account, the bigger share, and why they take the other smaller share. Why the Accelerated is just like instant funding. You pay them huge sum of amount of money. There's a way they did theirs. There's a way you pay them huge sum amount of money, and you give your life account from the onset. All right. Apparently, the money you pay to them happens to be your stop loss. Because, for example, for the $50,000 account, you are asked to pay 5% of that, which is $2,450 US dollars, which they are demanding from you. And your total loss is also $2,500 US dollars. So it's apparently what you are giving to them that is serving as your stop loss. So I still prefer the way DT4X Trader did theirs, because they are actually standing to lose. If you are losing, they're actually losing. So in that way, they have to be very, very careful and monitor how you trade. Okay, so back to my Forex fund. I just sort of like the evaluation process. They have the best pricing. They have the best max daily loss, max total loss, and everything. So let me just go a little bit over what they've got to offer right here. So they've got an account ranging from $10,000 up onto $200,000, and you can check the pricing. For $100,000 is $499 US, just $500 for you to get a $100,000 account. All right, here's where it looks so interesting. So the minimum trading days has been dropped to 5 days. All right, and your target, you have to make 8%, and in phase 2 you have to make 5%. The overall drawdown is 12%. All right, and why the daily drawdown is 5%. No another person have this in the industry, so they are willing to risk 12% and they're asking you to make 8%, which makes a lot of sense. So that's one thing I love about their funding model. So let me go real quickly to the accelerated model. Accelerated model is for the instant funding style, which they have, and here they have it up onto $2,000 up onto $50,000. So for you to get a $2,000 account, you have to pay $9 US to them, and for you to get a $50,000 account, you have to pay $2,450 US. And the overall drawdown is 5%. So apparently 5% of $50,000 is $2,500. So they are not risking anything at all. It's your money that is serving as your stop loss. That's just what I'm saying. Unlike the other one I made mention. So now you can understand why I make that choice as number 3 in my list. So that's that on my Forex fund. And I also love their scaling plan right here. If you're able to make 10%, your account is going to be moved to the next milestone. Like if on 50K account, if you make 10% on 50K, they're going to double it to like, it's going to be 100,000. So the number 1 on this list is FTMO. FTMO is the company leading in proprietary firm for traders, because once you say FTMO, it's almost synonymous to proprietary firm. So they are just there. Why is FTMO the trader's choice? Is because of security. They have been able to prove all through 2020, 2021 that they can pay you out whatsoever amount of money that you can make with them. If you make $100,000, they're going to pay you out $100,000 instantly. So they don't delay. Whenever they say this is their time of delivering, that is when they're going to give you the money. So there's no delays at all with them. And their support is pretty fast, it's very decent. And also, the only challenge I have with FTMO is their prices is still just static as when they start off. No discount, nothing, everything is still just this. I mean, apart from the December discount, which is just 10%, which other proprietary firm also did the same thing too. So there's just nothing different. They're just staying the same way. And the only thing that they changed of recent is their profit split. Prior to this time was 70-30. But right now, the trader gets to keep 80% while they keep 20%, which, I mean, it's a very nice development. So you can see all what their statistics are. Everything looks very professional from their standpoint, and I love the way their interface also looks like. I give it to them for their UI and UX design. All right, so the number 1 phase on FTMO, which is FTMO challenge, they give you 30 calendar days, and the minimum trading days is 10 trading days. So now you better appreciate when I'm talking about E8, which is the 5th one. Your minimum trading days is 1 day, so you can pass challenge the same day, second phase the same day, and become funded the same day. But FTMO will not allow that, so you have to trade within the period of 10 trading days in your challenge, and your verification. You have to also trade in period of 10 trading days. So apparently, this whole trading has to take you 1 month if you have back-to-back winning streak in order for you to be funded. Whereas the other one I talked about, you can get funded even under a day. So I'm just trying to compare and contrast all of this, and so you know the importance when I'm really making emphasis. So their maximum daily drawdown is 5% as always, and maximum loss is 10%. All right, and profit target is also 10%. So they are risking 10% to make 10%, which is just fine. And their prices are just still static. Like for a 100K account, you pay 540 euros, which is somewhat equivalent to $640 US. So which is way higher than my Forex fund. So if you want to just do some comparison and check what I'm talking about, what I love about FTMO is their scaling plan. If you are able to make if you're able to make, I think about 10% for 4-month period with them, they've been funded with them, then your account is going to be scaled by 25%. So I think that makes a lot of sense. Major reason why most people are going for FTMO is because they've been around, they are secured, people love them, okay? and they just keep the energy, and on their YouTube channel they keep reviewing and talking about good things, good stuff about FTMO. To me, I also love FTMO. I love all of them, and these are just my 2 cents about what I think. These are the top 5 companies that blew my mind in 2021, and here's what I'm going to be doing to these companies in 2022. So in 2022, I've got a lot of goals that I have set already, and I'm making this video in order for you to as well apply this strategy. I mean, what is the strategy? I'm not just going to be sticking with one. As you already see, none of them has it all fixed. None of them have it all perfectly fit. So one has a loophole, where the other one is good, where the other one is strong, the other one is weak at it, and all of that. So here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be diversifying. I'm going to be taking a 200 challenge from FTMO, 200 challenge from my Forex fund, and also taking a $50,000 account from DT Forex. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm not going to be trading all of them all at the same time. I'm going to be trading FTMO conservatively. I'm going to be trading my Forex fund aggressively. And I'm also going to be trading the DT Forex trader conservatively, since I can make withdrawal directly from that. So that is what I think I'm going to be doing this year. So even if I fail one of them, okay, I still have 2 chances in order for me to still make money back. So that's what I'm thinking. So you can as well diversify in this way. You may not really have money to purchase 200K. You can start with $10,000 account. Now, I also noticed what most people are actually going for. I think for 2021, my Forex fund is actually doing more numbers than every other proprietary firms that I listed out. Why? Because they have the cheapest account for the 10K. For getting a 10K, $10,000 account with my Forex fund just costs $84 US. And if you apply FirePeep coupon code, you're going to be getting 5% off of that. Now, why people are going for that is because most people that actually patronize this market are from like Africa, Asia, and some part of America and UK. Those are people that don't really want to fund their account and all of that. Now, I'm not saying these people, they don't really have enough money. Most people that actually patronize them is because they are actually undercapitalized. So it only makes sense that they would go for a cheaper account, with them, so that they can from there grow with their knowledge, grow their capital, from there take money from withdrawal and buy a bigger plan. So that's why I'm actually suspecting that my Forex fund will do bigger numbers. Although I can tell you, I'm not just guessing, I know my Forex fund did bigger number. I can see statistics from the back end and I'm seeing everything what's going on. So, but however, all of them, they're all fantastic. So if you are in for security or fund, you want to go with FTMO. If you are in for the cheapest one and that is also very reliable, you want to go with my Forex fund. And if you are in for instant funding and the one that does it best is DT4X Trader. And if you're in for conservative trading and you think you just want to take this your journey slowly and steady and instant funding, you have to go for BlueFX. And if you want speed, you want to pass your phase 1 today, move on to phase 2 and be funded the same day, then you want to select E8 funding. So these are the companies that I'm actually working with for now, and I'm going to be working on them, and I'm still going to be giving you a review as the year goes on. Now, if this is the thing that you like to watch as time goes on, please make sure you're subscribed to and like this video and share this video with friends and loved ones. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I love you all, and keep the fire peeping. Bye for now.